There are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break. You don't really believe...
My citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
Only because they were afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Doc.
Kindly address me as Your Honor.
Okay, that scared me.
We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah, I do. I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I've determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
Epic cheer turn.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
It was an awkward moment.
Fine, but I'll be back with proof. Doc wants proof that Hill Valley isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Oh god.
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa, take it easy. Sit here.
Guess I blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Fell nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually...
Stop
Who did
thinking.
it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Maybe the back?
Dad, that's not one of our bats, is it?
No. McFlys never use aluminum bats.
We use
Sure he
wooden
is.
bats.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what?
Look like he puts it in his pocket.
Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
Because it's fun.
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes! What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
Why does he notice a big pile behind him? Did they knock to his head behind him or something?
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, more in the box.
Wait a minute.
You see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
Before whoever it was whacked you in the head and took them.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh!
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Who could have done this to me?
I think I know.
Who wouldn't want Doc to get the straight dope on Hill Valley? Edna!
Are you saying I was mugged by the mayor's elderly wife?
Not exactly.
Those
No.
words.
Oh, it's no use. The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up. I mean, maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
There's gotta be something we could do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
6 months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is...
Here's a question. What would happen if the Marty from this timeline ran into, well, the current Marty we're seeing? I
And what if this mugger comes back? Another bang on the head might do you in.
You said you needed the tapes.
You know, your time is valuable. I would hate for you to have to redo all that work.
You said you needed the tapes.
The same.
It's the principle of it. You know, if we let the thief get away with his crime, it sets a bad example for other thieves.
You said you needed the
Other
tapes.
thieves.
I gotta give it to Citizen Brown. I told him I was gonna furnish him with proof that Hill Valley isn't as happy as he thinks it is when I was in his office, just before I came here.
You had an interview with Citizen Brown?
It wasn't easy to get, believe me. I had to break all kinds of rules.
You've been breaking rules?
Harboring stray dogs, kissing girls in public, getting caught with mom's flask.
That is the most far-fetched story I've ever heard.
It's true.
You forget I'm your father. I know your history.
Yeah, well, history's changed.
Prove it.
Okay.
Read him and weep.
Demerits, but
It was the only way.
I don't understand.
Dad, listen to me. I mean, really listen. You and I both know that things aren't right here. Citizen Brown might have started with good intentions, but his Hill Valley's just made everybody miserable.
Shh. You said that to him?
Basically, yeah.
Oh, there go our privileges.
No, wait, I got him to listen, Dad, and he's gonna make things right for you and Mom and all of us. I can't explain how. You're just gonna have to trust me on this.
Okay.
But first I have to show him your tapes to prove my point.
Oh, no. No, 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 no.
Dad.
This scheme of yours, maybe you know what you're doing, I can't say. But leave me out of
Dad.
it. I don't like trouble. I can't handle it. It's not in my genes.
But think of your family.
I am. And I don't want to see my family relocated to Sector X with all the other hopeless cases.
Planet X. What about Z? What goes in Z?
It's your civic duty. Doesn't Citizen Brown always tell us
To keep our noses clean, and that's what I plan to do.
do it for your father?
My father?
Yeah, Arthur McFly.
I know his name.
Didn't he have something to do with putting away Kid Tannen, you know, way back when?
Yes. Yes, he did. Where do you hear about that?
TV.
It was way back before Citizen Brown cleaned up the town, before I was even born. Everyone lived in terror of Kid Tannen and his goons. But Dad stood up to him. He had evidence of Kid's guilt, see, and he risked his life to deliver it to the authorities. Never be afraid to do the right thing. That's what he always used to tell me.
And what are you doing?
Trying to remember which is the right feed.
Feed to what?
To the surveillance camera, the one in the yard.
Wait a minute. You have a surveillance camera trained on yourself?
Of course, gotta cover all bases. Help me figure out which monitor I'm on.
Okay, start pushing buttons. Click. Click. Hey, there we go.
There, that looks like us. So the surveillance tape must be on this VCR. This must be before the attack. Let's see. I remember cleaning the playback heads at 5:30. The attack couldn't have been very long after.
Oh, it's Biff.
But it can't be him. The Citizens Plus program has rendered him as gentle as a kitten.
Huh?
I can't understand it. It's not the way he's supposed to behave. Why, even the old Biff would
Hey,
never...
wait, what's that weird flashing on his wrist?
Let's find out. I knew this zoom and enhance feature would come in handy someday. Cost me a bundle at the hobby shop.
I didn't think that
It's his digital
VCRs
watch.
could do that.
I wonder why it's doing that. Hey, wait, stop the picture.
Could a
zoom in
VCR
anymore?
actually do that?
X11?
You know what that means?
Not yet.
I don't
Lorraine.
think that printout either.
Lay into me, George. I've got something very important to say, and then I'm going to be leaving again.
I've got something important to say, too. I was attacked
It's
and
always
robbed.
about you, isn't it? You can't just wait and listen to my news. Oh, no. You have to go and beat me to the punch.
Pull
That's right. You two sort things out. I've got some business to attend to.